Ever wondered why you sometimes do things you don't want to do? It might be someone's manipulation technique at play. Manipulation, a crafty, psychological strategy, can make us act against our own best interests. It's a subtle art, a game of chess played on the board of human emotions and vulnerabilities. Now, there are numerous techniques in a manipulator's playbook, but today, we're going to expose 8 of the most common ones. First, we have the bribing technique, where your compliance is bought with favors or gifts. Then, there's the trick of speaking over you, dictating your thoughts and opinions. Ever found yourself second-guessing your choices? That's another manipulation tactic. Ultimatums are yet another coercive tool, forcing you to choose between 2 undesirable options: exploiting insecurities, gaslighting, lying and denial, hyperbole, and generalization. These are all potent weapons in a manipulator's arsenal. Stay tuned as we begin to unravel these manipulation tactics. You might recognize a few. Ever been offered something enticing to get you to do something? That's the bribing technique. It's a classic. You're given a reward, a promise of something you desire, in return for compliance. Take, for instance, a friend who offers to buy lunch if you help them move. Seems harmless, right? But what if it's a pattern, a consistent trade-off, where your actions are always tied to a reward? Transitioning smoothly, let's discuss the speaking over you technique. This is when someone consistently interrupts or talks over you, subtly asserting their dominance in the conversation. It's as if your opinions or thoughts hold no weight. Imagine a scenario where you're trying to express your feelings, but the other person cuts you off mid-sentence, steering the conversation back to them. It's a subtle way to control the narrative. Recognize any of these? You might just be a victim of manipulation. Ever felt unsure of your own decisions because of someone else? That's the second-guessing technique. This method of manipulation can be insidious. The manipulator may question your choices, your opinions, and even your memory, causing you to question your own judgment. For instance, they might say, "Are you sure you want to do that? It doesn't seem like a good idea." They plant seeds of doubt in your mind, making you feel uncertain and reliant on their opinions. Just when you're feeling unsure, they might hit you with the ultimatum technique. This is when they force you to make a decision between 2 options, both of which usually serve their interests. If you don't do this, then I will do that. You're cornered and feel pressured to choose, giving them control over the situation. These techniques are subtle yet powerful, but there's more to come. Ever felt someone highlighting your insecurities to manipulate you? That's the exploiting insecurities technique. Now, let's get into the nitty-gritty. Imagine this. You're afraid of public speaking and a manipulator knows it. They might say something like, "You know, not everyone's cut out for public speaking. It's a special skill." By doing so, they're undermining your self-worth and creating a power dynamic in their favor. Now let's switch gears to gaslighting, a sinister form of manipulation. Picture this. You're sure you left your keys on the table, but a gaslighter insists you didn't. They're adamant, they're persuasive, and soon, you start doubting your own memory. They've successfully made you question your perception of reality. Both techniques, exploiting insecurities and gaslighting, are all about control and power. They're designed to make you feel off balance, less confident, and dependent on the manipulator. These tactics can be hurtful, but being aware of them is the first step to combating them. Ever had someone lie to your face or generalize a situation to manipulate you? That's the lying and denial and hyperbole and generalization techniques. Imagine a friend who always exaggerates their problems, making them seem bigger than they really are. That's hyperbole. Or perhaps someone denies their actions even when caught red-handed. That's lying and denial. These are crafty ways to sway your thoughts and actions. These techniques are all too common. But don't worry, knowledge is power. So there we have it, 8 manipulation techniques that people use, knowingly or unknowingly. From the sly art of bribing to the subtle act of speaking over you. The unsettling technique of second-guessing, the pressure of ultimatums, the exploitation of insecurities, the mind game of gaslighting, the deceit of lying and denial, to the exaggerations of hyperbole and generalization. Always stay alert and remember, you have the power to say no. Don't let anyone manipulate you. Stay strong, stay aware.